Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Movie Night Show, the show that brings you the latest in the world of entertainment news. We have a lot of interesting stories to cover today, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This first story comes to us from Deadline. It appears that Ari Aster is making a new movie because he just likes to scare the shit out of all of us on a consistent basis, and this time he has casted Joaquin Phoenix in his new film, Disappointment Boulevard. Funny enough, that was also the name of the stretch of hallway to my room when I lived with my parents. I think this is really exciting news. I loved Hereditary. I wasn't huge on Midsommar, but I thought it was a really bold attempt, and everyone else in the world likes that movie, so fuck me, I guess. But the fact that we're going to take someone with the sensibilities of Ari Aster and pair them up with Joaquin Phoenix, the most terrifying, socially awkward man in the world, I know we're about to get a killer film, and I'm just more excited for the press tour where Joaquin gets to get interviewed, and he just gets to show the world that he doesn't care about publicity. It is the greatest thing ever, every time. Another Deadline exclusive I have for you is that while the upcoming Flash movie, which actually starts shooting soon, may seem pretty jam-packed, there's actually going to be a character that was kind of a surprise and no one really let leak or report. They're going to have a Supergirl, and not only that, but she's been cast. Director Andy Muschietti posted a video to his Instagram page where he kind of pulled back the curtain into how excited a young actress can be to land the role of a lifetime. And this actress's name is Sasha Calle, or at least I hope that's how you pronounce it. There haven't been many details other than the fact that she is going to be playing Supergirl in the film, and while we know that film will tackle the DC multiverse, it's, going to be exciting to see which world she comes from, although in the reveal he had a suit resembling Henry Cavill's Superman emblem, which may give indications that it's from the original Earth that Zack Snyder started with Man of Steel, although that could just be a prop costume that he had ready for the video. Who knows what we'll see in the final product. Either way, I'm excited and I'm really happy for Sasha. Because, I just say Sasha like I know her on a first name basis. We're going to keep things running, man, because Edgar Wright's going to be directing The Running Man. I'm so sorry. But yes, another exclusive from Deadline. Edgar Wright has been tapped to direct a remake or just a boot or version of that Stephen King story, The Running Man, for Paramount Pictures. I personally have not seen the original. I know that may seem sacrilegious, but I haven't. However, Edgar Wright's making a new movie. I don't give a shit what it is. I'm there. I love Edgar Wright. I love every movie I've seen of his, and the fact that he's going to be tackling something that has been made once before, but also is a beloved Stephen King novel, and he's going to add his little spice and element to it is very exciting, and I really, really look forward to seeing this movie. Have you seen the original Running Man? Do you like Edgar Wright's movies? Let me know in the comments below. And on today's episode of Things Dalton didn't know he needed, but is so happy to learn that he is getting, over on Variety, it is being reported that the Deadpool writers, Rhett Reese and Paul Rennick, are going to be developing a Twisted Metal TV show. What? It will be, in collaboration with Sony Pictures and PlayStation Television, obviously because it is based off of the very famous PlayStation game franchise, a franchise that I used to play all the time, especially Twisted Metal 3. That one was my personal favorite, although everyone else's is Twisted Metal 2. I'm sorry. But either way, the fact that something this whack and crazy is going to get made from writers who are used to taking whack and crazy ideas and making them easily down-to-earth and accessible with movies like Zombieland and Deadpool, nothing but great news. Nothing but fantastic news. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more developments about this series. Obviously, it's in the very, very early stages. We're not going to learn more for a while, but I will keep you guys updated when we find out more things. Now, going all the way into the world of the MCU, the third SpiderMan film in the Homecoming trilogy, you can call it, the Tom Holland MCU Disney-Sony collaboration trilogy, has an official title. It's going to be called SpiderMan No Way Home. This leads to obviously all kinds of speculation. Does that mean multiverse? Does that mean his identity is still at crisis throughout the film, like we found out at the end of Far From Home? Who the fuck knows? All we know is that it's probably going to be fun and wonderful and great and amazing. While some people from previous Spider-Man movies have been confirmed, like Jamie Foxx as Electro and Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, it's heavily rumored that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire could also be making appearances as their respective Spider-Men. However, no official sources have had the scoop on that yet, so we're going to hold off on reporting that until we get a more reliable source to say it. It's also heavily rumored that Charlie Cox's Daredevil will show up, and while I'm also waiting for that to get officially confirmed, I'm going to start prayer circles every night to ensure that that happens because, oh my god, yes please. This next one is just a little random tidbit of news that I thought I could tell you guys. Bob Odenkirk's upcoming movie Nobody, which looks completely awesome from the writer of John Wick, originally was going to open at the end of February, Then they moved it to April 2nd. Well, now they've moved it back to the end of March. March 26th, that movie is going to open. So if you keep getting confused about when that release date is, as of today, as of late February, it is opening March 26th. So just be on the lookout for that when you try to buy tickets in a few weeks. Now we're going to head back on over to the world of DC, as fans of the Blue Beetle character got a surprising update the other day from The Wrap. The Wrap confirmed that Warner Bros. And DC are making a Blue Beetle film from director Angel Manuel and from the writer of movies like Miss Bala and the upcoming Scarface remake, Gareth Alcocer. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Not only are they making a Blue Beetle movie, but it will focus on the third iteration of the Blue Beetle character, Jamie Reyes, who is a Mexican-American in the comics, bringing some representation to that community in the world of the DC universe. I'm not too familiar with that particular iteration of the character, but I know previous iterations had a kind of a bromance with Booster Gold, so maybe they'll incorporate that into this iteration. Maybe they did in the comics, I'm just unfamiliar. Let me know in the comments. But either way, I'm really looking forward to anything Warner Bros. And DC makes. I'm just a fan of movies, let alone superhero movies in general, as you can tell from the everything about me. But either way, I'm very excited. Now moving on to our next story. Disney Plus has set the release dates of 2 of its highly anticipated upcoming original shows. On the Star Wars side, you have The Bad Batch, the animated follow-up to the Clone Wars series, which will be premiering on May 4th, because of course, May the 4th be with you. And following the huge success of WandaVision and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier right after that, it has now been confirmed by Disney themselves that Loki will premiere on June 11th. We're getting WandaVision, and then Falcon Winter Soldier in March, Black Widow in May, hopefully, and then Loki in June. It is going to be a hell of a year for Marvel fans. And our final story of the day also comes to us from Deadline, as most of the stories have from today. David Fincher is set to re-team with Seven screenwriter Andrew Kevin Walker to tackle the Killing graphic novel series as a Netflix original movie, with Michael Fassbender in talks to be in the lead role. What the fuck else do we need to say? That sounds so exciting. I love Seven, I love David Fincher, I love Michael Fassbender. Netflix is pretty cool, and as we know, Netflix and David Fincher have a great standing relationship with everything he's done for them, so obviously, this is nothing but fantastic news. I can't wait to learn more about this and just to see all of the amazing updates, and we could potentially get another all-time classic on our hands like we did with Seven. Well, that's it for today's topics, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week with more movie news.